Hello everyone, time for another part of Mass Effect. We have finally made it to Mass Effect 2. We're just going to continue where we left off. We're gonna keep going with the DLC. So let's see, we finished off the Normandy Memorial Site. Back to the main area so we could refuel the ship. So we burned up all our probes. And now half our fuel. I forgot to turn up the volume on my end so I can hear it better. There we go. So we need to do Firewalker. Let's see, where the hell even is Firewalker at? Firewalker's right there, okay. Fueled up, right? Okay. And off we go. So we are gonna mine. Ooh, poor quality. But at least that'll speed it up. Whoa, whoa.
Launching probe. Probe away.
We need as much of this as possible.
Launching probe.
I mean, this effectively is our planet exploring from the first game.
Probe launched.
But thankfully, once we start like actually getting research items, we'll have a roadmap for how many times we'll have to actually mine. So we won't have to actually mine every planet, as opposed to the first game where we did have to explore every planet. Even that one planet we wasted because we didn't have the ability to do the Paragon mission.
Launching probe.
Alright, depleted, we don't need to check. Alright. And I guess I could chit chat while doing this. So, I might be changing up my schedule. So I don't know how accurate my my regular Monday through Friday show will be. For sure, Monday I'll do my usual Mass Effect 2 stuff, but I'm thinking this might become a Friday and Saturday show. So I'm thinking I'm not going to be staying up late every night to do our show, but we'll see. I don't know. Nothing's set in stone. Maybe I can work something out.
Launching probe.
Or I might just make the show shorter, or we'll just do a single hour instead of 2 to 3. So that's just a heads up for. I mean, I guess that's more or less for the Twitch viewers than everyone else. So I guess if you're on YouTube, Rumble, or Odyssey, it's like whatever. This does not affect you. I mean, the episodes might be a little parts, whatever. Might be a bit shorter, but the content should still be relatively the same. I don't know. Haven't fully decided. Not quite sure how things are gonna go, but just more or less a warning and a heads up. It's like, hey, things might change down the line.
Probe away. Probe launched.
And I might rotate more between Dark Deity and Mass Effect as well.
Probe away.
It was nice to play a strategy game, because I don't do those as often on this channel. I know, I've been picking games based on fan demand, and fan demand clearly doesn't want strategy games, but you know what? I like to play things that I enjoy as well. Not that I don't enjoy Mass Effect. I was quite excited to play through the trilogy again. It's unfortunate that it has to be this trash version, but it's still mostly the same.
Probe launched.
Oh, we're still good, and we almost did a full cycle. That means I was careless and missed things. That is moderate. Good, good. We're getting closer. Yeah, there we go. There's a good spike.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
There we go. Got many probes left, so some of these plants are going to be fully mined.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe.
I know, not a lot of dialogue here. This is what thrilling content. But unfortunately, I can't stress enough how important these things are. Like, admittedly, a lot of the side content I did in Mass Effect 1 probably could have been skipped. Like, I don't think we had any serious problem, other than, like, choices that would for sure affect the whole trilogy. Like, some things in 1 were definitely skippable.
Probe launched.
I mean, like, now that we know, because we're past the prologue of Mass Effect 2, yeah, there's a 2-year jump between the end of the first one and the beginning of this one, so clearly not all of those mattered. Like, I didn't have to do the whole Kahoku quest chain, because we're working for Cerberus. There will be no carryover for that, so we didn't actually have to protect Dr. Michelle from the Bane's blackmailer, and we didn't have to help Kahoku and his men. Although the other Cerberus side content with tombs, that we did, because that will affect this game.
Probe launched.
Oh, it's a rich planet, we don't have enough probes to properly mine it, that's a shame.
Launching probe.
Obviously, you can always go back and re-mine planets you've been to before. Obviously, they don't replenish the minerals, but you could get anything you missed. But I'm pretty sure if you have all the DLC, that won't be necessary. And again, you could always just beat the game and then do a... It's not New Game Plus, it's like you import your own character back into 2. But... Well, actually, you don't even have to do that much. You could just beat the game so you get the bonuses and then reload an early save. And then rebeat the game with that original file, but you have the bonuses. I think you could do it that way. Not 100% certain on that. You might have to Let's do a fresh file. But you definitely want... You've beaten Mass Effect 2 before bonuses. I assume the Legendary Edition still has those, but who knows? They might have like, nah, we're not gonna have that in the game. I mean, they changed things already, like, and not just like appearances. They changed gameplay mechanics. Like, I don't have all like the starting DLC things.
I have detected an anomaly.
I mean, for all I know, they've taken it out of the game entirely. Like, I won't be able to get them.
Probe launched.
Like, we know they took out that one DLC in Mass Effect 1, the space station thing. I wonder, should I do a I don't know if you'd call it a bonus video per se, but do it on PC so I could show, hey, here's that DLC that's not in the Legendary Edition for some reason. I might end up doing that actually. Like, get up to that point and then just like, okay, just let's stream this. Alright, more health but less damage, more damage, less health. I'll go with damage because these comms are pretty useless. I want them to actually like do some damage. So she's got, let's see. She can give the squad health. I'm probably gonna go with that because that will affect me. I don't need more damage. And then I don't have more. I definitely need to get defended at max. So regardless of class, obviously I'm a Sentinel, but regardless of class, you always want to do your class level up first for the Paragon Renegade gains. Because you need it. 100%. This is the most... well, I think... excuse me. Oh, I sounded funny. That was like a goose honk or whatever. But anyway, yeah, nothing changed. But, what the hell was I saying? I think I said it was the most dire in Mass Effect 1, that's why I maxed it out. But it's pretty dire in this one, too. I guess I said it was more dire in 1, because 1's a shorter game. This is a really long game, so there'll be plenty of times to, get Paragon and Renegade. For Mass Effect 1, there wasn't enough time to, what you call it?
We run into the Geth far too often. I'm going to stay at the next site with Dr. Oloe. I think we'll be safer there.
Oh, what the hell was I saying? One's a shorter game, so you have to get it quickly. But in this game, you have the time, and I think the DLC helps you more, because the DLC in 1 didn't... Like, there was Paragon Renegade gains, but there wasn't a lot. Like, it's basically deciding how to deal with that Batarian guy. That was just one bit of whatever Paragon or Renegade. I mean, I guess there's that, this is like henchman's mini-boss guy, and then, was his name Balak or whatever himself? Like, that was like the only 2 games for that DLC. Other than that, it was just like a bunch of XP and money and gear, which was nice, but...
Welcome to the M44 Hammerhead Infantry Fighting Vehicle. This is your onboard VI.
So yeah, we had a tank in the first one, now we get a hovercraft. So we traded, defense and stability for speed.
Guided missile system active.
Right? And a really annoying... Like, it violently shoves you away from the area, which really sucks. But I like getting treasure, so it all works out. And this weird, like, fart gas coming off the area is added in. That is not the original. It is just that yellow circle. So a weird choice to add in fart gas to indicate that there's treasure on the ground.
Obstruction detected.
Oh, it's R2 now. They changed the control schemes from the original version. Wait, no. Didn't the Mako use R1 in the last game? I don't even... They used both. R2 was the minigun and R1 was the cannon. Okay, well, whatever. this is the research we're collecting, and got the part gas involved. Oh, L2 is the boost. Man, why'd they make the controls so weird? Why, EA? Why? Why mess with the controls? I do know where to go. I'm just exploring just cause. They might as well show off the planet. Yeah, see. And yeah, they made, like, they do these, like, hexagonal things. There was a blue light, but, like, they put, like, extra effort, because that wasn't, it's not like they're updating a texture or just making things look better, they're adding to it. I mean, obviously the idea is to make it look nicer, but it seems so strange that they do that rather than, like, hey, let's actually, like, fix any bugs. Let's make sure it's true to the original as much as possible, but make it look nicer.
Found it.
Admittedly, so far this hasn't been as bad as, like, say, Mass Effect 1's version of in the Legendary Edition. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Just use this ramp to get up. I think I used to push the wrong buttons. I don't remember that being in this little thingy. They might have moved it. I can't trust anything. They clearly messed with the gameplay, so you don't start the DLC. Like, and that's the thing. I assume they didn't really mess with the gameplay of Mass Effect 1. But I know they did for some side quests, because I looked up that Paragon exclusive quest, and it even had a section saying, "Oh, here's some changes from the Legendary Edition." So they did mess with the actual gameplay. It's not just a visual update, which of course they don't tell you that. They didn't really. The selling point was like, "Oh, visually updated and on all modern systems," which wouldn't affect PC players. So once again, I gotta stress. Especially since, like, they didn't continue the multiplayer in 3, from my understanding. So, like, that's less of a reason. Like, if they expanded the multiplayer and for Mass Effect 3, like, that would be, like, a big selling point for this.
That did it.
Mission objectives completed.
And this event pays me for picking up a vehicle, which will actually add to the expenditures for this mission. But oh well, I like money, and why not? I'm fine with taking Elusive Man's money. I'm not sure what that trophy's for. I assume it's for picking up the hammerhead, but who knows?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you, Secretary. I guess this is for the tank. Right, yep. And then we got more Firewalker stuff, which I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's finish up Firewalker. Okay, good. This little area's done. Well, you know what? When I was doing the credits. Shut up, ED. When I was going over the credits for Mass Effect 1, I guess I didn't technically give it a rating. I've been trying to do that more. My probes. Alright, so let's find Firewalker stuff. Oh, I guess I should have checked to see what was the next one in the list. Yeah, exit real quick. Let me look at my journal. Alright, what's the actual next Firewalker? Overlord, and then... yeah, I think that's what, the Citadel or whatever? Yeah, go to the Citadel for that stuff. Alright, so Volcano Station, not the Geth Incursion. Where is it at? Celestian Rift. I don't know, hopefully we'll find it out. Yeah, relay. Yeah. Celestian Rift. The one problem is that, like, later in the game, these, like, message boxes will cover up, like, galaxies and such, so, all solar systems, but it'll be harder to see things, like, that's the real annoying part. It's like, I'm trying to read this stuff, but I have to, like, shift the camera over. Alright, so let's go here. Okay, we're good on all that stuff. We're only gonna do Firewalker. Yep, back to the mines, because we're gonna need all this crap. As soon as we collect the scientists that everyone was trying to tell me to go straight to Omega, go pick up Morden Solus, the Solarian scientist. Yeah. That's gonna wait. Although I think we will actually pick up Morden's first as soon as we hit Omega. I'm trying to remember how to do. So I have like a very specific order of how I do things. It really doesn't matter. Mass Effect 1, it was like do them in order with the exception of grabbing Liara first. Even though Anderson does specifically suggest, hey, go get Liara first. Which is actually a pretty good idea. I mean, outside of her being a party member, grabbing her first would makes most sense. She's a Prothean expert. She might have some connection to Benezia, and you don't want Saren to be able to grab her. Not that that's an option, like she'll always be in the scenario we found her in, regardless of getting first or not. Which would be a cool idea if like later Mass Effect had, oh, here's 3 missions, pick which order you go in them, and then they're slightly different based on what order you pick them. Like, I imagine the devs wanted to do something like that, but they didn't have a way of implementing it. I'm trying to think of any game that actually does that concept. The only thing I could think of is Telltale's The Wolf Among Us Season 1. Because they have... And they liked having the 3 locations too, which in Telltale games is pretty rare. It's usually a binary choice, but Wolf Among Us had multiple times where it was 3 choices.
Probe away.
But yeah, going back to Mass Effect 2, because that was like a sidetrack conversation. The order doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's like I was saying in Part 1, the base version of the game, well before all the patches and DLC and all that stuff, you could go in any order. It would drastically change the well, not drastically. This is at the end of the day. Like, the whole game is building up going through the Omega 4 relay. So, like, that's never gonna change. That was always the deal. But, grabbing people in different order would make, like, revelations come in different orders, which is interesting in itself.
Probe away.
But now we're kind of on a set track. Like, you have to grab everyone on the current list, which I'll actually go over. Although I might know it by heart. I probably don't need to check the list. Like, I know this game pretty well. Like, I should know it all well. Whatever. So what? We got Morden Solus, the Solarian scientist. We got Archangel, the Turian vigilante. We have Subject Zero, aka Jack, a powerful biotic criminal. And then we got Dr. O'Keir, a Krogan scientist. I know, a Krogan scientist. How absurd, but we need every researcher we can get if we're going to be able to figure out the collectors. I believe that's our first batch. And then we also have the DLC party members, Kasumi Goto, the thief, and then, what's his name?
Probe launched.
Zaid Masani, a legendary mercenary. And of course we start with Miranda Lawson, talented biotic and Cerberus agent, and then Jacob Taylor, former Alliance merc.
Probe launched.
And then after you grab every single person on the team list, the dossiers, you have an event trigger.
Probe launched.
And then you get another batch of dossiers to keep filling out the team. Although I think after that, I think there's another random event before you finish the second list. I'm trying to remember. This game's really long, and I know pretty well, but I forget how everything triggers. I think when you get the second list is when loyalty missions pop up. So like the one kind of dumb thing in this game is loyalty missions are directly tied to each other. So like when you first get loyalty missions as a concept, you get 2, and then each time you take one, you complete one, you get the next one unlocked, assuming you have enough party members in your squad to get another one. So loyalty missions for party members only pop up if they're in the party, obviously. But like say you just recruit a guy, you won't get their loyalty mission immediately. You'll have to do something else, then it will pop up. So you have to keep a mission in your list until you have all the party members. Or you run the risk of missing out on a loyalty mission, and you need every loyalty mission complete. You need every ship research complete. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, you need every party member. You need them all loyal. You need the ship fully upgraded. And there was something else. And then I think you need a side mission to trigger the final the end game, because you have no. Yeah, you need, I think, well, I imagine the game won't glitch out if you don't have like some side mission after whatever to trigger the, like, there's an event, like just like when we went to Vermeer, we had an event trigger right after. Like, so after you do a certain main mission, there'll be like this sort of, I don't know how you, it's not open or dead, but it's like, okay, we did this mission, and then just you have to do something, and then, oh, this other event will trigger, and then it's like, okay, you can go off to the end of the mission, or do like one last thing before heading off to the end game. And that's what I usually do, is I think I do the last loyalty mission right after the event, and then right into the end game. Well, we'll get to that when we get to that. And then in the end game, you have to do things very specifically if you want everyone to survive. And even then, I think, even if you do everything perfectly, there's still like a tiny % chance of things going wrong, simply because that's the nature of the end game in this game. Although, if you do everything right, like the possibility of that happening is so minuscule, it will never occur unless you're just really unlucky. I mean, obviously there's like plenty of flowcharts and guides online, so if you're actually having trouble with Mass Effect 2 trying to get a perfect ending, and yes, there is a perfect ending to Mass Effect 2. There's so many variants on Mass Effect 2 because things could go wrong.
Launching probe.
It's funny because there is a complete failure state, so even if you kill the final boss, you could still have everyone die, which is hilarious. I wonder if Mass Effect 2 did inspire the Banner Saga, since the Banner Saga isn't that different, because things could just go wrong at any time with that game.
Probe launched.
I really gotta pay attention to my probes. I was yammering too much, not focusing on what I was actually doing. I was just sort of mindlessly going through the motions.
Launching probe.
Yeah, look at all that. Like people think, oh, you have over 50,000, you probably need to stop collecting. No, 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 no. Normally I would say 50,000 is where you need to stop, but since this is not, we beat the game before, we don't have an extra cushion of money, so and resources. So I'm gonna grab as much as I can because I know we'll need more than 50,000 of everything. Maybe not more than that for Element 0, but everything else, yes.
Probe launched.
It's a rich planet too. It sucks. It's still rich. That sucks. Oh, we're missing a planet. Oh, over here. Yeah, I don't know. I just need to look.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Probe launched.
If I didn't miss.
Scans have found something.
Yeah, it's gotta be Miranda and Jacob. Like, they're our party till we finally finish up with the DLC. Oh, this is the annoying weather one, right? I hate this one.
Primary systems online.
Oh, no, it's not. Nope. I mixed it up.
Geothermal activity has rendered pathfinding function inoperable. Please use manual controls to locate research base.
Yep, we got the fart gas on the yellow circle, because I guess they figured people wouldn't be able to see properly.
Due to unstable volcanic activity.
How are we gonna cross to get to that? I don't know how we can get up there. Oh well. I don't remember going up there. I wonder if they added that in. It's extra, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, what we pick up? Resources?
Extraction complete.
Like, resources is great and all, and I definitely wouldn't want to miss anything, but I don't remember ever going up on the other side.
Acquired. Extraction complete.
The boost on this is so good. We're
Research base
so much
entrance
faster than that crappy Mako. Like, the only thing that's better about the Makos is it has nice armor and shields. This thing's a piece of crap that'll fall apart at like the first laser. My tech armor as always. And mark it all. I might actually have trouble thinking about this because I don't have access to all like the DLC items. Like I'm using base armor. Have you never played Mass Effect 2 without DLC? I guess I haven't. Yeah, cause I've only, while I do have it on PC, I think I've only played the PS3 version of Mass Effect 2. I've played Mass Effect 1 on PS3 and PC multiple times each. But of course, I've always had DLC for Mass Effect 1 as well. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I never played vanilla either. And then I had the pre-order bonuses for Mass Effect 3, so yeah, I don't think I've ever played a Mass Effect game vanilla. Although I can't imagine why anyone actually would. Okay, so, yeah, I forgot you can right-click for objective. Which one's the thing? Is it this? Or is this it? That's the log. So, because obviously when you get the whatever the hell we're here for, it will trigger the whole base. So I am going to try to get every side bit we can. Find iridium. It tells you it's extra. Yeah, we'll go to the computer terminal. I think it's just the audio log. Check that side.
I was right. This site was a roadmap leading to the main Prothean ruins. Dr. Aloy and I agree that this must remain a secret at all costs. I will not allow another Eden Prime to occur. The Geth, the Reapers, all of them, they must be stopped.
Well, considering the base is abandoned, I'm pretty sure it did already get what was coming to it. We're gonna check that one, so off we go. Out of here while the base explodes all around us. Yeah, so that falls down, so we have to go the long way. Thankfully, there's no actual, like, monsters or robots or whatever. We just have to leave before the base blows up. There's no actual timer, it's just a set piece, just to make it look all sinister. But, yeah, ultimately we just walk on out. Yeah, the whole place is going up. It's not just the base. We have to hurry and get out of here. Race to the ship. Come on, Normandy, come pick us up before we're crushed by volcanic rock. Gauge our distance. Oh look, treasure. We have time for treasure. Like the place blowing up. Like, I've never ever died on this DLC. I'm pretty sure it's super duper easy, even though it's supposed to be highly dramatic. But it is what it is. It's weird the Protheans would build some ruins in a volcanic, unstable planet like this. I wonder if there's extra stuff. I gotta dig around. Oh, 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 I didn't boost and jump. I don't want to crash to the lava, then be proven a fool. Ooh, too high, don't crash. Quickly, we must get over to the Normandy. Yeah, sure looks great for both the Hammerhead and the Normandy. Okay, experience gain. Use of it pays us, but not very much. We got a bunch of iridium on the planet. But still, I love the concept that every time we go off the ship it's a mission and we get paid to do it, rather than just loot the corpses. Although we do that.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you, Secretary. Hey, Firewalker stuff, blah blah blah. Check the journal. And then where are we going next, Firewalker? We are going to Hawking ETA. Now, these are planets we visited in the first game. I'm sure some of you recognize the names. Even though this game's supposed to take place mostly in the Terminus systems, where the last game was supposed to be mostly in the Traverse, but clearly there's overlap and just, consistency, but whatever. I mean, it's not like the third game where it's supposed to take place across the whole Milky Way, because you're trying to, rally the whole galaxy. Oof. Like capacity. There's the probies. Alrighty. So we're going to Hawking ETA, I think I said. I'm gonna have to double check that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check to see. That wasn't the only, Horag ver Hawking ETA. Yeah. Horag ver Hawking ETA. So I'm not seeing something clearly. Oh, it's to my left. I'm blind. What a dummy. Supply's good, right? Supply's good? Yes. We always refill after we come back. Artifact collection. I think this is the dumb one on in the snowy one that's really annoying. It's a poor planet, good. We don't want to be wasting too much time collecting minerals. Thanks, game. I know how to launch probes. You can tell by my mineral amounts.
Probe away.
I don't know, why am I making sounds? Just make commentary, dum-dum. There we go, pop that.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched.
Yeah, part of me is bothered because like we have them all the three main ones over 50,000. The mining is wasteful. No. We're gonna need more than 50,000 of each.
Probe away.
Like for real, as soon as we get Morden on the ship, we unlock the research facility. Like all the research projects are gonna eat up all our minerals.
Launching probe.
I think as soon as we do that, we could also start asking party members, hey, how do you think we should upgrade the ship? Because every single party member has their own personal upgrade you could give to the ship.
Probe launched.
I think with the exception of Zaid and Kasumi, because they don't have proper stories and dialogue. While you can take them on any mission like every other party member, they don't you don't talk to them normally. It's kind of like how Garrus was weird with how he talked in Mass Effect 1. Like he was like heavily scripted and didn't have a wheel of conversation to give like everyone else.
Launched.
Yeah, it's weird Garrus was the only one in Mass Effect 1 to do that.
Probe away. Probe launched.
I know, and I actually do want to get to the story of Mass Effect 2, because Mass Effect 2 story is really good. Even as simple, like, as recruitment missions, they're all really good. Well, I guess Tally's recruitment mission isn't really good. That one's, like, super annoying. Although, I guess the dialogue in it is good. 'Cause it hints at the potential plotline they were planning for 3, but obviously never comes to. Like, there's already some hints at what they were planning for 3 in the game. I mean, I guess I should have pointed it out, because it's not spoilers, because well, it's not exactly cut. It's more like a drop plot line rather than a cut one. I mean, BioWare has a nasty habit of that. Like, in Dragon Age 2, it's pretty nefarious about it, because you have, for like, when you recruit Meryl, she's looking at something shiny, and then it never comes back. And then, Fenris's recruitment mission, the whole purpose of his recruitment mission is he was after whatever it was, and it never comes up again. It's like, hey, what was that mysterious object that lured you out into this trap? Oh yeah, it's never actually going to come up with the plot line again, so it's like it's a plot hole.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, there's 3 rings. This should be fine. Perfect. Let's go.
I have detected an anomaly. Anomaly detected.
Yes, thank you. That's right there.
Launching probe. Something on our sensors.
Is there? Okay. So, depending on time, I might do another second stream right after this one. Especially since I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know if I'll be crazy enough to do a third one later today. But that'd be way later. Let's see how things go. And then just walk to the Hammerhead. One sucky thing, well, yeah, one sucky thing about 3 is that there isn't a vehicle section in
Scanning for mission objectives.
Oh, this is not the winter one or whatever.
Mission objectives located.
So I might die here a lot. Like, I'm not even joking, I might die a lot on this mission. Because this thing's fragile, I up the difficulty, and who knows what Legendary Edition has done to this. So I have to be really, really careful. But anyway, I was ranting about, not ranting, I was doing a little anecdote about Mouse Victory. So like, the first game has the Mako, this game has the Hammerhead, but the third game doesn't really have a vehicle section in it. I mean, it does, but it's DLC, so I don't know if you want to count that. Maybe they made this easier. Because so far I haven't had this thing. Like, it lights on fire, it falls apart like tissue paper, this Hammerhead. I mean, I love how fast and agile it is, but it is not meant for combat. It is meant for like little quick strikes and then running away. Which, with this linear claustrophobic map, we don't really get that opportunity. It locks on pretty well though. But I'd still say it's an improvement on the Mako. I just say the scenarios we're put in don't fit the vehicle's strengths very well. But anyway, so yeah, Mass Effect doesn't have a vehicle section. I guess some people are like, oh, thank goodness, I hate the vehicle section. I don't think they suck inherently. I think it just haven't been done properly. Like, the Mako wasn't terrible, it's just that the terrain was super terrible. And the Hammerhead's fine, it's just the scenarios are heavy in the combat, and this thing has, like, no shield. And I know in the third game they really try to, like, chalk it, like, they have characters, like, make fun of the vehicles. So it's like Bioware's going, yeah, those vehicle sections are awful, ha ha ha. The characters are laughing at it. So that makes it all better. Well, I mean, I know... Like, again, they don't have vehicle sections, so clearly they were listening, kinda, but it's like, you guys could have tried to have a good vehicle section. I don't think it would be that hard. Like, other shooter games have had vehicle sections that haven't been terrible. So far I haven't had any trouble, so they might have made this way easier. But I usually die on the final artifact, area, so maybe I'm counting my eggs before they hatch. I don't remember this any Colossi either, so I don't know, maybe they did make it more challenging. Yeah, thank you, VI. Let's see. Let me get over there on the ramp. Well, there's so far gas for us to know that there's treasure. God, look how aggressively it pushes.
Extraction complete.
Like, I don't know why the scanner would make the vehicle shift and shake so badly.
Geth dropship detected.
Okay, okay. That's the other funny thing, I'm playing on a harder difficulty than usual and I'm not having any trouble. I really actually think they dumbed this down a bit easier. Okay, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. Look how on fire and it's gonna fall apart already. It does have a good auto repair system, which you don't have to input like the Mako did. Look at the corpses, they're dancing until they fade away. So yeah, I probably, since that did just happen, I probably am going to die on the final one, which is coming right up. Yeah, why bother? Got this treasure. Oh, it pushed me so far away I missed out on the scan.
Extraction complete.
Platinum, very good. Yeah, right over there. That's where the trouble's gonna be.
Warning. Geth forces detected.
Yeah, I know, they're probably gonna kill me. Thankfully I'm strafing pretty well. So it looks like I'm not gonna have trouble this time around. Oh, I hear it. Oh. Wow, we did it really well. Good job, me. Alright. I still say they made it easier. Aha, they do have a hidden item over here. See, I know this game in and out, just like the first one. I think there's one thing in Mass Effect 3 I never learned how to get, like one obscure treasure or loot or whatever you want to call it during one of the events. They call them priorities, which is so weird in Mass Effect 3. Like, these are clearly labeled. Yeah, let me look at the journal real quick. Well, this is projects, but I don't know. I think the whole calling every mission a priority, I mean, I guess it makes sense when I'm saying it out loud, but like just reading it just seems kind of weird.
Acquired.
Well, I guess that guy wanting it to not become another Eden Prime clearly failed hard. Because here we have it. Destroyed research facility, Geth, and us going across the galaxy looking for artifacts. Sure seems like it's Eden Prime or Mass Effect 1 2.0. Which is sad because it's kind of relegated to a DLC rather than it being incorporated into the main story. XP, get paid, and we found minerals. Thankfully, this is a short and sweet DLC. Like, other than the weather one, which we have to be coming up on. And then the final artifact one, I think it's a little annoying. Although, it won't be the last time.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah. It won't be the last time we use the... Oh. Hey, remember... see, hello from the Reds. Hey, remember that Origin side quest? I'm actually going to read this one. Because it's actually unique to this playthrough. Or at least to this Origin. So actually, that's kind of nice. That's sort of a nice semi-redemption arc for Finch. Like, he's like, yeah, he's believing in a noble cause. I mean, I'm sure he's clearly motivated by some racism, but it's nice that he can be on the good side. Like, there's some good in him. He could change, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that was kind of pointless, so clearly, like, it's just like oh, the dialogue's slightly different based on whether you helped him or not. I forgot to check the journal. Alrighty, so we're checking the next Firewalker, Geth Incursion, Phoenix Massing, Chromos, Latesh, Phoenix Massing. Okay. I think Geth Incursion's the mission name. Alright, so we need to get back to the relay.
We have used half our fuel.
Thank you, Edie. Yeah, oh, Project Overlord. Okay, yeah, the Prothean Ruins is the last one, if I recall correctly. Oof, we're an hour into the stream, and yeah, we're probably gonna be doing DLC for like the next few parts. So yeah, it's gonna be like Mass Effect 1. Just we're gonna get a lot of the site count all out of the way, but not all at once. We do this differently. I forget. Well, that's the wrong way. We're not doing Project Overlord. We're doing that later. Project Overlord's kind of annoying too, but we need it because it makes a difference for 3. No anomalies. We just look for minerals. Shut up, game. I know how. It's like there's like no decent mineral gains here. We might not even launch a probe.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
I think Project Overlord has a decent, challenging hammerhead mission, boss fight, whatever. Although I don't recall dying specifically from it. So far, we haven't had died once in Mass Effect 2, and we're on a harder difficulty, so I feel pretty proud of that. Although I think the halfway point has a pretty challenging boss fight at the time. So I might die there. We'll see. People are going, oh, what's the halfway point? The halfway point would be that event after the first batch of people. And I know is that really the halfway point? Well, when you're doing all the DLC in the front, then kind of. So I know some DLC opens up after the halfway point, so is it really the halfway point? It might be the 40% marker, not the 50, but it's still close to the middle. It's probably actually more like 45, not 40, but you know. It's not like I mathematically calculated every bit of the trilogy to how long everything is. Like, I didn't clearly gauge Mass Effect, I was gonna say 2, Mass Effect 1, I thought it'd go up to part 16 and only ended up part 12, so clearly I didn't gauge that game correctly, but I guess I thought the main missions would take longer. Like, I thought there was like a second hallway or a third hallway or whatever at that one point. I know I obviously mentioned it at the time during the Mass Effect 1 playthrough. Like, there's a couple sections I thought were a bit longer. And for all I know, they were, and then its Legendary Edition made it shorten the game.
Probe away.
Like, I'm gonna always question that, unless I play them, like, side by side. Especially with all the changes to 2. It's like, Like, for real, I can't stress enough how much you should not get the Legendary Edition, just get the original.
Probe away.
I mean, I guess that's really a question I'll post to everyone in the chat. It's like, name me one remake that was actually better than the original. I know people say that stuff, but I never actually believe it. Like, does anyone actually have an objective video game remake that did surpass the original? Like, there might have been good moments in it, there might be, like, cool things they added to the game, but was it actually better?
Anomaly detected.
It's not just, like, preference, is it objectively better?
Probe launched.
Like, I'm struggling to think.
Scans have found
But I
something.
mean, how often do you, like, even play video game remakes? Like, that's the other thing. Like, usually when I see video game remake, I'm like, So I definitely skipped the Majora's Mask remake. I know they changed a bunch of stuff for that. It's like, not interested. I'll just play the original. So yeah, this is really annoying. You can't let your ship freeze, so you have to, you have to constantly collect stuff to heat up your machine before it freezes over.
Atmospheric data acquired. Engine temperature stabilizing.
Yeah, getting the data packets heats up your ship for some reason, which doesn't make sense, but yeah, and you have to get them all so you can't miss it. And I swear that, yeah, that temperature gauge is going down even faster in this version. And it goes pretty fast in the original too, so it's not like, oh, they made this overly difficult. It was already stupidly challenging before. Especially when this is the only time you ever do anything like this. It's pretty anti-video game. You usually build up a particular core gameplay mechanic and do it over and over again with some nuance, but this is not, like, you don't have, like, a racing mode with this. With the hammerhead.
Extraction complete.
I mean, sure, we were trying to get away from the volcano, but it wasn't a set timing.
Engine temperature falling.
Thanks, game. I know. The funny thing is, like, it's DLC. It's not like all the other DLC use this mechanic. Like, sure, Overlord uses the hammerhead as well. So I guess, how does that make sense if you don't have the Firewalker DLC? Is there just another hammerhead? I guess I'll go, oh no, this one just happens to have a VI. No. The hammerhead in the Overlord DLC has a VI too. So it's like, how does that make any sense? You could have Overlord without Firewalker and Firewalker without Overlord. They're separate DLCs. Basically, I believe these data packets explain how the Geth have some, like, weather controlling device, which will never come up ever again in the whole series. That's kind of the sucky thing about DLC. It's like, well, we're not going to actually explain this. It's never going to come up, but I mean, like, that's true of what the theorized plot for Mass Effect 3 was supposed to be with the dark energy.
Extraction complete.
We did it.
Yeah, with the whole, I believe the whole dark energy thing is, that's why Reapers go into dark space. They actually, like, what they do, the 50,000 years is supposed to be, them, like, combating whatever causes dark energy, or just the dark energy itself, and only Reapers are capable of doing that. Like, that keeps, like, the galaxy from just being destroyed or whatever. And then they harvest life just so they can power themselves up to go fight the dark energy, or to prevent organic life from creating more dark energy or something. Either way, it was all clearly dropped and cut from the whole trilogy. But that was supposedly the original plan. At least that's according to theories. So obviously, the actual thing that's going on with the trilogy will be much dumber than that. But yeah, God, it's so dumb.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Like, you can love Mass Effect 3, and I do. It's just the Reaper's motivation for why they do what they do is so dumb. BioWare should have come up with a plan. Like, it was so obvious in Mass Effect 1 they didn't know what they were doing. The frickin' Vigil just goes, what does it matter? Just play video game. I mean, obviously he didn't say that word for word, but, yeah. So all that's left is to go to the Prothean dig site, right? Yeah. Save. Should be easy enough. Just to blow up some defenses and then just explore the actual ruins, which is basically just grab loot and the Prothean artifact, which is another one of the orbs. We saw like 2 of them in Mass Effect 1, I think. And nothing came of those, by the way. Like, we had to get that weird object, which we never actually see, from, what's the Citadel whore's name? The consort. Yeah. We had to get that mysterious object she had, which she never explained how she got it in the first place either. So I guess that could be considered one of the drop plot lines. Hey, what was the mysterious Prothean orb that gave us that vision about how Protheans influenced early man? How'd she get it? Where'd it come from? Why did it interact with the Prothean artifact? And what was the purpose of that Prothean artifact? Just to capture the data of some Protheans messing with early humans? Like, man, there's so many drop things from the Mass Effect series. And I guess they could revisit it in a future title, but it's like, why? Like, with the trilogy puts a real good close to the Protheans and the Reapers, which is nice. Like, okay, they're done. Let's do something cool and new. And honestly, I'd be fine with something that wasn't like a galaxy-trotting adventure. I kind of like how Jacob was talking about how he saved the Citadel. Like, we could have something small like that. I mean, you could just be Space James Bond for the next Mass Effect for all I care.
Probe launched.
Or they could even do like a survival horror thing with within the Mass Effect universe. I know, it's like, that's not exactly the set genre for this series, but why not? Just give it a try, see how well it does. I mean, space exploration, the game, which is what Andromeda was, didn't really work, so why not try something different? I mean, you could still keep it being a shooter, and you could keep it being an RPG with Paragon and Renegade and having a squad and such, but like, try something different, just to see. So I don't think you'll be able to top the trilogy. Like, you're never gonna get something as compelling and interesting as trying to stop the Reapers.
Probe launched.
And if you do just decide, okay, we're gonna have to have a galaxy adventure, how are you gonna make a villain as cool and intimidating as the Reapers? Like, I don't think you can. Any attempt to just be like, oh, that's lame, that's poorly written, whatever the hell. Not that the Reapers were written all that well. They're just cool looking and sinister and a very credible threat. I think they'd be better off with like a Telltale-esque game and just have it be about galactic recovery and having to make choices, because they're, like, say, there's not enough resources around and stuff like that. So you have to constantly, like, you know, play diplomat and politician. It's like, okay, we're gonna end up doing this. It won't make everyone happy, but it has to be done. Although, who knows, like, BioWare isn't even really BioWare anymore, it's just a name, so any future Mass Effect project would probably be crap. Even if they did take any of these ideas I'm suggesting. Although, I'm pretty sure they're going all in on working on the next Dragon Age, which is probably be terrible too. It says depleted, but there's a good shot right there. Sometimes it lies. Yeah, because I didn't even do a full circle. That's why I was wanting to check. Alright, but that's good enough. Yeah, I can't even see the name of this planet right next to it. Oh, another rich planet. Damn. We're gonna need all these minerals, so gotta go for it.
Probe launched. away.
that. Ooh, that's a good spot.
Launching probe.
And I kind of do want to rewatch that teaser they did for Mass Effect. I think they called it 4, even though it's technically 5, since Andromeda's really 4. But
Probe away.
they want to distance themselves from Andromeda since that flopped. Although I've been kind of playing it off screen when I'm not oh, well, that's what off screen means, when I'm streaming, but I haven't even gotten to the point of where I left off, because I pre-ordered that game. I got like whatever digital deluxe edition, and man, it was such a disappointment. Not the digital deluxe edition specifically, but the game as a whole. But like initial playing through it, I got like about halfway through the game, and then I just lost interest. It's that boring. In the gameplay, it's just, you know, Dragon Age Inquisition in space, but the story was just so boring. Having replayed it like recently, the beginning is really good. It just sort of just tapers off. It just like loses interest. Like the villains are effectively just space darkspawn. And then like there's some interesting things in the game, but it's just like, man, it's so boring. And it's just like, okay, go to this planet, set up a colony. Okay, move on to the next planet. It's just like going through the motions. There's nothing like interesting about it. And like they changed so much of the base, like the core gameplay for the Mass Effect games. Like it's, how did they screw it up so bad? I mean, there are some good things. Like it's not all bad. It's just like, how do you screw something up? Because regardless of what people think of Mass Effect 3, like the trilogy as a whole is still pretty beloved, and like it sold pretty well, even with people returning copies of Mass Effect 3. Whoop. Controller needs to be changed, so I will have to take my mic off for a second. Be right back. Hang on, everyone. Okay, I am going to wait till the visuals resync. Alright, I should be back. Everyone should be able to hear me. Now, where were we? I was once again bashing Mass Effect Andromeda. Although we probably should say that before. Like, I still haven't decided, like, after the trilogy, are we going to do a playthrough of Andromeda? Probably. I won't guarantee it, because it depends on how long this takes to beat the regular trilogy. And to see if I'm like sick of it or not, or if there's like a big demand for something else. I mean, I started Dark Deity, so actually, let me double check. Did I deplete that planet? I'm not even paying attention. I did not. Did we find it? I thought it. Yeah, that's probably the last spike.
Probe launched.
No, still. Oh, yeah. Good thing we came back.
Launching probe.
We definitely want to get all that we missed. We need every little bit of mineral. And like, besides getting like all the research upgrades, you want to have some bit of each mineral. Like, you don't want any of these to be 0, so when you import into 3, you get stuff. This is like I was saying, you need money in your pockets for the end of Mass Effect 1 and 2. Like, the games account for that. Like, you don't, it's not a 1-to-1, with the exception of like Paragon Renegade, because of the weird, like as we saw when I imported this game, this game, Mass Effect 1 and 2, that the weird numbers of Renegade Paragon, like my Paragon numbers were a very odd number, so it had to 1-to-1 take what was in my Mass Effect 1 file, for sure. So, adversely, you definitely wanna have some leftover minerals for 3. I forget what it specifically gives, because I don't think you have minerals in 3. I think it's just credits, but what exactly would you get for having them? I'm not sure. You definitely want to have it, because you want to get as much as you can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, I know when I was talking in Mass Effect 1, I thought it was a balance, but I actually think your 1 is the worst when it comes to money. I know this game's pretty bad, but that's just like resources as a whole rather than money specifically. And since money is the only currency in 3, I recall correctly, you don't get that much of it. Like, the big problem is you can buy everything on your ship store, but it costs more, so you have to go to every little shop on every little hub world that you go to in that game. So that's just annoying. So you have to trade annoyance over how much money you get, and obviously since there's so few money, you really should go buy things on planet side. The problem is you have to remember which shops carry what and what you need, because unfortunately, like, the shop and the upgrade store and the research stuff, all that stuff's all in one place on Normandy, but they want you to go to the hub world, so, you know, back and forth and play more hours in the playthrough or whatever. I know, I'm talking about every game but Mass Effect 2. I keep bringing up Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 3, and Mass Effect Andromeda. Well, the thing is, I'm still trying to avoid, like, spoiler territory, so I'm talking about just, like, gameplay mechanics and things as a whole.
Probe launched.
And we only have one more probe left, so we can't keep going. Another rich planet, too. Although, if we're really...
I have detected an anomaly.
If we're really hurting for resources, we can always come back and check places. Although, I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't recall ever doing that, except for maybe, like, my very first playthrough of Mass Effect 2, I think I did that, but... That was a raw file before all the DLC for Mass Effect 2 was even out, and, yeah. I didn't know what I was doing, either. Okay, Miranda Jacob. Yeah, walk to the Firewalker again.
Kinetic barrier detected. Kinetic barrier strength beyond conventional weapon capability. Recommend disabling power sources.
So you have to follow little wires, they lead you there. I know sometimes I get lost and confused and forget where things are. So we got some fart gas, maybe we got some treasure. I'm never gonna not call it that, because like that, they added that in. That's not in the original. I hope Mass Effect 3's unchanged, because 3, I mean, I know 3's over 10 years old now, but it holds up pretty well. And I imagine there's like probably maybe like a texture or 2 that you could probably change, but I hope that game is practically untouched. Yeah, jeez, Mass Effect 2 is over 10 years old. I can't believe that. I think that actually did come out in March, back in 2012. Yeah, it was yeah, 3/12/2012 or something like that. I don't know, I could look that up. You guys could look that up if you want to too. Yell in the comments about how, oh, it wasn't 3/12, it was a different date. I know it's 2012 for sure. I remember the TV commercials for it were pretty good. They really did build up the hype. I mean, everyone was so excited. I mean, after Mass Effect 2, everyone's expecting it to be the best ever, and everyone's so excited, and then more and more people got to the ending, and it was like, oh, and then the hate campaign started, and then BioWare and EA had to shut that down. I think I brought it up a couple times before in the playthrough, but that hate song. I know when you hate songs, like, oh, was it one of the ists or ohs? No. This is people not liking BioWare. And they really didn't like for those who haven't, you guys should really see the original cut of the Mass Effect 3 ending. Like, obviously, extended cut made it a little better, but still, it's still not great. But boy, is it better, because the original cut of Mass Effect 3's ending just like it's missing so many scenes. So it's like, why did that character do that? Why is this happening? And then, like, there's some context in the extended edition. And obviously the scenes are slightly different based on what ending you get, because, like I said, the effective military score determines your ending. Although I don't know how much of that, what do you call it, how much extended cut affects the endings, because I've always gotten the perfect ending. Even when I didn't have a quote-unquote perfect file, because I had to definitely redo... Well, I didn't redo the whole trilogy, because I don't think PS3 players got Mass Effect 1 till after Mass Effect 3 came out, if I recall correctly. So, poor PS3 players missed out on quite a bit on the first playthrough. Plus, I made some poor choices during Mass Effect 2, and so I figured out, okay, you need to do this and that. Although, I think a lot of that came out after Mass Effect 3 came out, because people didn't know this choice drastically changes 3, and some people were like, oh, sure, we'll do this or do that. And obviously, I will point these out when they come up during the playthrough of this game. So I've said it during one, I think I've even said it before, the first part of this, that, like, some of the choices in 2 drastically affect the whole trilogy. They lock you in or out of choices. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very specific about what you pick. There's some choices there isn't a right or wrong. You just have to know what you're doing and pick it for whatever reason. Like when I say you must commit, they're gonna renegade. Like that's also a choice in itself too.
Kinetic barrier strength reduced. Kinetic barrier deactivated. Path is clear.
Okay, so that was really easy, but I think no, I was talking about Overlord. I knew this part was easy. There's several. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't even need to bother the tech armor, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Little bug guys. So look for treasure. And more crap. Dead guy. 1-0. DLC's bit was pretty nice with Element 0, I mean, because it's so hard to get. I mean, that's the other thing, is like, for poor PS3 players, since they didn't have the import into Mass Effect 2, they even lost out on a bunch of resources, so that's probably like another reason why I had such a rough time with Mass Effect 2 on the first playthrough. It's like, I'm missing like so many resources, and it's just like I had to scrounge and scrounge for every bit of treasure I could get.
Dr. Aloy must have been indoctrinated by the Reapers. I found him sending our data to a Geth ship. I won't be responsible for another Geth attack, another Eden Prime. I've silenced Aloy. Forever.
That guy's really obsessed with the Eden Prime event. Lots of money on that guy's corpse. Thanks, Corpsey.
valuable?
This is valuable. It's my favorite line in this game. Shepard says it's like such a dummy. This is valuable.
It's too late for me. They're still in my head, stealing my thoughts. I can't keep them out. I've got no choice but to destroy this relic. And myself.
Reaper indoctrination. It sucks. But it is what it is. Okay, so this is the other hacking game. Alright. So yeah, you have to find the bits of code without touching the firewalls. So, you know, match the colors. There we go. It makes sense for tech classes to be able to do these little mini games, but all classes can do them. So yeah, see, here's the orb. This one's a little bit bigger than the last one, but like it's the same thing as Mass Effect 1, and I'm pretty sure we found 2 of them in Mass Effect 1. I mean, feel free to correct me. Go look at the footage. And this never comes up again, as far as I recall. It's like, okay, you found it in the DLC. I think it's a knick-knack in your ship for this game. And then, like, it just never comes up again. I mean, I'm sure there's, like, some email about it and all that crap, but I mean, it's just like, oh, magic orb, that's never a big deal. Like, I'd argue, like, Dragon Age Inquisition handles Dragon Age 2's DLC better than the Mass Effect trilogy handles their DLC throughout the whole trilogy. And Mass Effect's like way more interconnected between the games than Dragon Age is. Yeah, I got another trophy. That's the end of Firewalker, right? So I guess that's what that's for.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, and it bugs me how dark they made this. Like, the original Mass Effect 2 is so much brighter. Like, I'm never gonna stop complaining about the dumb changes to this game. So dumb. Alright, let's look. Okay, Overlord's next. Do that dumb DLC. So there'll be some shooting and some story, although it's like whatever. Refuel the ship and then go to Project Overlord. Okay, Project Overlord. Just looking around. So yeah, we see all the Warlord. I guess it was Warlord or here. I could have sworn he's a Krogan professor. But I guess we'll see when we recruit him into the party. Okay, yeah, Phoenix Massing, Project Overlord. Off we go.
Probe launched.
And the good news about getting all this mining out of the way now, we'll probably have excess. So after we do get research, we'll like know like, okay, we got more than enough minerals, we don't have to go out of our way to collect them. And I know I just kind of said that before, right? He's like going, oh, roadmap, whatever. But yeah.
Launching probe.
Although if I do, and I should, do a second stream today, we should actually get started on the main story then. Finally, I know. You know, we still got like, what, a little over an hour today left for this part. So we should get all the DLC done. I mean, this is basically the last of it till after after we get to the halfway point. Unless you really want to count Kasumi and Zaid, but I don't really like count that. It's a little different. So while they're DLC party members, they're still like, you know, party members, and their loyalty mission is their loyalty mission. Like, that's a weird thing, like, the party members are supposed to get a recruitment mission, then a loyalty mission, but with Kasumi and Zaid, there's no recruitment mission, you just have a single loyalty mission, which is sorta their recruitment, but like, they're in your party even if you don't do their loyalty mission. Obviously, I don't know why anyone wouldn't do a loyalty mission. Like, you always want to do that. Want your party members loyal to you. For one, in this game, their final ability is locked by the loyalty mission, so you would want to do that simply so their gameplay-wise a little better. Presumably, you're not a psycho and you want them to live. You need to get the loyalty. Although, like, I think I even mentioned it. I don't know if it was Mass Effect 1 or the first part of this, is that I kind of always would want to do like every wrong choice for the whole trilogy, and just have, I guess, everyone dies. I mean, like, there's some cool things, like you get slightly different characters in Mass Effect 3. On that, like, I know I've seen some YouTube videos where people like showcase, oh, you get this character died, and it's kind of like, oh, yeah. Like, only the psychos get to see that, but it is kind of interesting, and it changes up the trilogy. It's like, oh, hey. In the Mass Effect 3, Normandy has a memorial wall of all the people lost over the trilogy, so it'd be kind of cool to see, like, notable characters on that wall. Just cause.
Launching probe.
Ooh, element 0.
Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched.
There we go, just make sure they don't hide anything. Okay, yeah, it's depleted.
Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe.
Ooh, we got all 4. That's pretty rare. Alright, let's go do the... Oh, you don't even need a probe for it. You just land there. Excellent. But that's okay. It's fine to have one probe. It's not gonna hurt having a probe on the ship. So obviously the party members don't matter, that's why we're doing the DLC now. And that's like the same thing with the Firewalker DLC. So like normally I would wait till like kind of like Mass Effect 1 where, oh, you sent people. Although that's not true, we don't do that too much in Mass Effect 2. We're gonna basically do the same thing, but since the party's so large and it takes a while to...
My name is Dr. Gavin Archer. The situation is urgent. We're facing a catastrophic VI breakout. I'll explain the details later, but you must retract that transmission dish. The controls aren't far from your position. You have to hurry.
Hurry, huh? Look for treasure. I know, I was mid thought about the party members, but like I was saying, those are because the party's so large. It takes a while to actually acquire the people I'll have as my go-to party. Like usually, I think that's. I mean, loyalty missions force you to have the character in question be in the party, so that's that. Obviously, there's. Well, not obviously. There's usually an optimal party member for each mission. Like they'll have more dialogue and such, but okay, camera.
Be advised, this is a secure facility. All weapons must be declared upon...
Huh, cut itself
Over
off.
here, on the monitor.
I'm gonna keep looking for treasure.
There you are. I've locked myself in a computer room on the far side of the base. There are Geth on the loose. A rogue VI program has seized control, and I've lost a lot of friends today. I'd hate to see you join them. Please, watch yourself.
Okay, yes, on the loose.
Be advised, this is a secure facility. All weapons must be declared...
Yeah, this is a secret, so I want treasure.
Security personnel on duty.
Status report. Please inform the elusive man that we've made great strides in our research. His doubts about the lack of progress are unwarranted. A demonstration is forthcoming.
So this is one of Cerberus' other cells, obviously. The Overlord cell, or whatever you want to call it. Or the Lazarus cell. Alright, so now it's open. Okay, the dish is moving forward.
Memo to all project personnel. I understand there's some concern about handling live Geth. I agree it's a risk, but the potential reward is far greater. Someday your sons and daughters will thank you.
So yeah, they were experimenting on Geth, and then the VI they used to interact with the Geth went crazy and started killing people. That's the short of it. Obviously, it being Mass Effect, there's more to it than that. Alright, let's get that dish retracted so the VI can't escape into the extranet. Yeah, please make it stop. Whatever, crazy.
Damn it. The VI's overridden the controls. We have to stop him. He's trying to upload his program off-planet. Destroy the antenna inside the dish. There's a tram on the lower level. Get to it as fast as you can.
I see you to unlock the door as soon as you're done talking instead of having me hurry along. Yeah, please make it stop. Yeah, I'll end all your ills with the gun. Yeah, show yourself and boom bam, you're dead. And that's generally how Shepard handles it. That's generally how Renegade Shepard handles it.
Please remain at your workstation.
Yeah, money on a data pad.
Is given.
Don't watch me. Show yourself.
Today's lunch special is
I forgot my shortcuts, so I'm checking these. Oh yeah, pop ammo. Well, that's gonna approach them. Yeah, my tech armor explodes. It hurts them, so might as well be up close and personal anyway. Plus I'm using an SMG, which is meant to be used up close. Well, relatively. But I'm using a crappy gun, like there's better guns, and unfortunately I have to wait for the DLC to get unlocked. I guess I assume I'll have to buy it like in the markets like you do with all the other extra weapons and armor. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe the higher the difficulty unlocks more weapons and armor. At least in 2. I don't know if that's true for the whole trilogy. Obviously it's not true for Mass Effect 1, because we saw that like it's all drop dependent in Mass Effect 1. Drops and licenses. Flamethrowers do a crazy amount of damage. Good thing I have my tech armor. On. You cowards. Where even are you two? Oh, that gun's so inaccurate. And I guess the one good thing about the basic pistol is that it's pretty rapid fire, even if the damage is nothing.
Project personnel, congratulations on your hard work. Tomorrow we make the next leap forward. It'll be a great day for Cerberus and an even greater day for humanity.
Yeah, a bunch of dead people and research that's barely usable. Alright, go away. Oh, I accidentally grabbed something off the table. I meant to just get over here and grab the loot. Or money. Rather have money, so try not to use Medigel. So we're full on heavy ammo, so that's extra money as well. Oh, it auto reloaded my gun. Usually, even if you pick up ammo, you have to get it into your hand before you can reload it, but it auto reloaded. I guess that's nice. Alright, let's use the tram.
Damn it all. He's aligning the dish to a new upload target. He'll have a clear line of sight to our satellite. This is going to be tight.
Arriving at dish access. Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
More money for heavy ammo. Guess they really want you to use heavy ammo, but nah. I'd rather the money. We need every penny of it, especially if I have to buy DLC weaponry in the shop.
Here we go.
You guys need to do something. Like, I'm getting gunned down by the flamethrower guy. Get in there! I'm dying! Cowards! Jesus, do something! God, you guys are such cowards.
All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
This is Project Overlord with an emergency message to Cerberus Command. We've experienced a catastrophic security failure and are requesting assistance. What do you mean our outgoing comms are jammed? How can it do that?
Yeah, how can a simple VI do that? That is questionable. Perhaps the Geth gave it a little something when you hooked it up to them.
Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
It's a helpful VI telling us how close we are to potential catastrophe. Get cover, you guys do all the shooting. Yeah, if only you guys did all the stuff. Good job. Yeah, kill them all. Ouch.
He goes.
So naturally, my shield build is not as good in this game because first of all, we don't have gear like we did in the first game, so I have to actually like, well there's the different pieces of the N7 armor, but we haven't unlocked that yet. Hopefully we can buy some the next time we go to the Citadel, which will be the first hub we go to.
Got close. Stay sharp.
Oh, stealth Geth. Geth infiltrators.
Trouble ahead.
Oh, hunters. They're called hunters. I forgot about that. I was gonna do something instead of just hide. Shoot, guys. Shoot. Finally. I have to get the guy like right in front of Miranda for her to actually try and kill it.
Now let's finish you off.
And the final boss for this DLC is actually pretty annoying. It's not challenging, it just takes a long time. There's a lot of them. Run away. Run away, run away. I think if Miranda do some of the fighting for once, instead of me taking them all out.
This should travel that system.
Window is opening soon.
think the rocket troopers are more inaccurate in this game than they were in the last.
Enemy down!
Nice job, Miranda, but I had it. Oh, I got a big one. Let's go cover. Ooh, so yeah, they got a little drone. Good luck, Jacob. Figure it out.
I've got him.
Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data supervisor.
Not sure who did it because they're both biotics. Okay. I don't know why I'm bothering. We don't have a map. Like, maps are only for hub worlds, which is the dumbest. Okay, so we're supposed to go that way. I don't have to loot. What? Oh, I have to go up the stairs, I guess. So you don't have to loot corpses, so might as well just move along. Pretty sure there's nothing in the room either. Other than ammo, like that.
You need to destroy the support struts now. They have their own capacitors. Try blowing them up.
Yeah, you got it.
Hostile to the right!
Constellations been cut off from the rest of the galaxy. Where is this guy shooting at it? Oh, right there. Well, it's very Mass Effect 1 this DLC with all the Geth rocket troopers.
Come on over.
My abilities are on cooldown, so I can't do that. Gotta run away. Jacob, do something instead of just stand there, my god! I know what it's saying is a Mass Effect 1 thing, but clearly it's just a Mass Effect Legendary Edition thing where the party members just stand there and do absolutely nothing. Jesus, Jacob, do something. My god, I'm gonna die.
Combat drone.
Yeah, I know, combat drone, yeah. Thank god my tech armor does something. You do nothing, Jacob. You just stand there and let me die. Like, why have comms be so dumb? I don't get it. Like, just have Shepard be a solo commando. If that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, I know, he's one of my Medigel. I'm not happy about it, but I need Miranda up, because it's been pretty dire. At least Miranda's doing stuff. Good job, Miranda. There we go. Cutscene will end the fight. There we go. Satellite's down, but now we're cut off from the rest of the galaxy.
You've got to be kidding.
Run for it.
Things giving way.
Yep, dish is down, but now we're cut
Over
off.
here! What the hell is going on around here?
Man's reach exceeding his grasp.
Yeah, we have time for poetry.
Come on,
Yeah.
I'll explain.
Yeah, I'll explain, even though we're in a hurry, as you said. So yeah, even this DLC as a whole is divided up into missions, which is kind of nice. Oh no, we leveled up. Excellent. Money, resources.
You have my thanks, Commander Shepard. You bought us some time, though probably not much. This isn't over yet.
Oh. We'll stick to Renegade.
You owe us that explanation.
This is Project Overlord. An attempt to gain influence over the Geth by interfacing a human mind with a VI. The results have been less than satisfactory.
Alright,
It looks like some progress was made.
Yes. Even amid chaos, there are lessons to be learned. My brother, David, volunteered to serve as a test
I need to
subject.
change his face
His
for the
mind
Legendary
couldn't
Edition.
handle the VI connection. He's like a virus now, infecting our networks and seizing control of any technology he finds. It's why you had to destroy the dish. Imagine if his program got off-world.
What's the worst case scenario?
A technological apocalypse. Every machine, every weapon, every computer could be turned against us. If he hit the extranet, who knows where it would end?
How does he take control of electronics?
This is a hybrid intelligence the likes of which I've never seen. I don't know where the man ends and the machine begins.
okay, so we're basically facing Ultron. A hybrid Ultron.
How do we stop him?
David, the VI has fortified itself in the main laboratory at Atlas Station. It's in lockdown now.
They removed the butt shot during Miranda's,
facilities in the Prometheus
well, let's see if I should
Vulcan
we get that
stations.
one. That might be the thumbnail.
How does the lockdown work?
It's a fail-safe procedure in the event of an emergency. Normally, all 3 project leads have to agree to cancel the lockdown.
You know, I've only heard that they actually removed the butt shot, but I wonder
I'm
if
the only one left
it
now.
actually is still in the game.
I can give my authorization, but you'll have to manually reset the other 2 yourself.
And what happens if I have to kill your brother?
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Tell me more about Project Overlord.
We wanted to turn the Geth's religious impulse into a weapon. When we saw them following Saren, we realized they could be swayed. And if a proper figurehead was created, a virus with a face, if you will, the Geth might be controlled.
That's an ambitious undertaking.
It would be the perfect weapon. Victory without casualties. We could avoid war with the Geth altogether. That was the plan, anyway.
It's pretty cool.
Tell me about the Vulcan and
But
Prometheus
the Geth
stations.
aren't. The Geth are in
Vulcan
terminus
stations are
systems.
geothermal
Humans don't
plant
have any
that
colonies in the
generates power
terminus
for the 4
systems,
outposts.
as far as
Prometheus
Shepard
Station
knows.
is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines. We use them for our experiments.
What happens on this station?
This is Hermes Station. Our communications uplink with the wider galaxy. If you hadn't destroyed the dish in time, the outcome would have been catastrophic.
Well, I guess we showed up at the right time.
What went wrong with the experiment?
David volunteered to interface with the VI to give it genuine consciousness. Theoretically, it should have been safe, but with artificial intelligence, there's no such thing as safe.
Well, this is a Cerberus operation.
Then you shouldn't have attempted it.
And what if you've never attempted to find the Reapers, Commander Shepard?
The
Where would the
only...
galaxy be then? Sometimes you have to ignore the risks.
Yeah, but that's a risk to myself. You're risking the whole galaxy.
What can you tell me about
You
Atlas
idiot.
Station?
Atlas Station is the main laboratory where all of our VI experiments take place. It's your final goal once you've overridden the lockdown. It's also where my brother became something else.
I'm heading out now.
The other stations are all within driving distance. Best of luck, Commander.
I'll wait for all the messages to depop. Yeah, look at all that money. Alright, mark the journal. Let's level up. I don't have enough to get to level 3, so we are not leveling up myself. Oh, I leveled up. And Miranda and Jacob are still working on theirs. Okay. Talk to Archer, but we're not Okay, and we already looted this area. Actually, hang on everyone. I am going to take a short little break. Be right back. Okay, back. And let's just hop into it. Right into the ship. Man, we got a little cutscene on a loading screen. Alright. Play on my phone. Hopefully pay attention. Okay, back to paying attention.
Stations and override the lockdown from each facility. Doesn't matter which one you hit first, but you can't enter Atlas Station until you've dealt with both. Also, keep an eye out for Cerberus security mechs. The VI has likely taken control of them. Archer out.
Okay. You know, for the longest time, I never got all the research data. We will try to do it here on camera. I can't guarantee that I will. So I'm trying to remember all the locations.
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
Yeah, scenery. Let's get a few good shots. Look at that PNG in the background. Yeah, PNG is aesthetically pleasing. I assume that's what the dialogue meant. Aha, see, I believe this is the one data packet I always miss. The one down here. There, come on, die. So at least with the PS3 version, there's a trophy tied to getting all 6 of these. I think it's 6. Yeah, 6.
Has been recovered. It contains information on Project Overlord that other research cells need to review. Be alert for more packets in the area.
I'm pretty sure this is the one that's easy to miss because it's not on the way to any notable location out here. That's probably why I've missed it in the past. There'll be one up ahead. Like all the other ones are all at a specific location. And look at that fart gas, kind of obstructing the little canisters.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 4 more remain.
And then we're gonna kill one for the dialogue.
Analysis. Defenseless herbivores are no match for guided missiles.
Yeah, that's the only reason we did that. You don't get anything for killing these guys. But you get that little commentary, and that's what we wanted. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we will. We'll get the other data packets as we explore the place. And there's the tooltip, so yeah, you want to get loyalty for everyone so that they'll survive the suicide mission. Hey, Miranda and Jacob. Doesn't matter for Project Overlord, because, as you've noticed, no one has any dialogue. I mean, I'd say Miranda's the optimal choice because you get that dumb butt shot while she's moving the corpse. Well, I guess there could be other characters you want to see their butt, so bring your favorite party member to come look at them pull the corpse away. I suppose they have mechs as defense, like the mechs are no match for Geth.
Commander, this is Archer. I advise extreme caution. Vulcan Station is our geothermal plant. They stopped reporting in shortly after the experiment.
Scanning area. Analysis. VI infection is present within plant machinery. Advise caution.
Okay, have to go inside the plant itself. Oh, and there's a dumb little, like, hazard. Not quite puzzle, but, you know, it's... Yeah, that's... I didn't go fast enough. Then you have to get hit by these ones to get you high enough to actually, you know, get to the facility. Oh, we don't go inside that one. That's just, like, some sort of ventilation chamber. But, we will go into one of these facilities. Oh, these turrets are really annoying. There's like no room to strafe, so... Yeah, please make it stop, whatever. So that's the way forward, and this leads to treasure, right? Yeah, I remember correctly. Alright, iridium, and let's continue. I don't want to... Oh, it doesn't show us our money's amounts. I guess it's only on the ship when we pause, which is weird. But it is what it is.
Analysis. Debris field provides adequate support for vehicle.
So basically you have to hop from rock to rock to get across. Because this thing can't hover over lava for some reason, but whatever. I would think that the lava, magma, whatever, is solid enough to at least like project off of. Alright, here's the facility we can enter, and we have to go in there to activate the vent so we can go even further up. Yeah. I like that it's giving me the tooltip to exit the damn hammerhead after I push the button. We were waiting on the game. So we have to bang on a few pipes till the steam and hot air and all that stuff goes where it's supposed to. This facility is also going to have one of those dumb moments I was telling you, like how the Renegade acts is like the objective is a good thing because it helps you. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a Renegade act, is my point. Like, I've seen a lot of Paragon players complain, like, oh, this Renegade act, it shouldn't be a Renegade act, because this is, you know, common sense.
Warning. Pressure levels in valve A3 have exceeded...
Oh, it's not this one, is it? Because this is the end of the facility. I guess I misremembered.
Engineer's log. We've registered a huge spike in energy consumption. My technicians traced it to the experiment underway at Atlas Station. We're trying to raise them now.
Warning. Pressure levels in valve A3 have exceeded maximum threshold. Manual control is required.
really give me much time for that one. It's already in the orange. No, I didn't think I dilly-dallied. There we go, the vent works now, and we can get up higher, and also the facility won't go into, like, overload or whatever. Yeah, please make it stop, whatever. Is the implication that, the VI was making it unstable, and what for? Seems weird that this place isn't exploding and there's no mechs to try to stop me. It's sort of just dead air as we try to leave the facility. We're having trouble with the turrets up here, so I might die, we'll see. So far so good, but who knows. Treasure, and on the other side we'll have a bunch of turrets. Good stuff. Oh, never mind, it's the heat from like the hover thingies. It'd be cool if only one of them activated at a time, but no, instead we get both of them go crazy at you. Wait, what? I only killed one. Oh, Legendary Edition is easier, 'cause if you kill one, they both die, which is stupid. But oh well, I'll take it. It's dumb. It's making the game even easier. But okay, because Mass Effect 2 is the hard game, so, you know, this is the time I should die. And I guess in Legendary Edition 1's the hard game, but I guess we'll see when we get there. To compare to 3. We obviously completed 1 already. Oh! Almost didn't make it. That was kind of dumb on me. Go to this facility. I think this is the actual main facility where we have to do the override. This has the dumb, what you call it? The dumb, renegade scene that should be a neutral scene, but whatever. Yawning. Like, the reason I had a short stream last night is because I wanted to reset my sleep schedule. So I stayed up late Friday to have the bonus streams, but clearly I didn't reset my sleep schedule enough, because here we are yawning. And I just want to get enough sleep last night. But oh well, here we are. That that's the way forward. This is Jacob. Get out of my way, you idiot. And then we grab this. That's destroyed. We have money. Then we get the hack. And I guess we'll just move forward. Oh my god, what the hell is happening? Yeah, meta jokes. We had to revive Miranda and the early section. Yeah, so you can use those to environmental kill them. God, they do nothing. Stupid cowardly party members.
Gotta hurt! Yeah!
Yes! There we go!
Oh, you know what? I should have checked to see if they took away the DLC costumes too. For the party members. We'll have to do that next time we check the party composition. That's more DLC they cut. Like, why would they cut so... Like, again, this thing cost like, what, 60, 70 bucks when it came out? Stupid Legendary Edition. Yeah, real Legendary, you keep cutting DLC. Like, it seemed like there was no improvements. Like, maybe some slight visual, but like, man, that just made the game itself worse. Ammo.
Received an SOS from Atlas Station. Archer has declared a project emergency. We're trying to shut down the power generators to starve the VI, but it's already hacked our automated system. I'm ordering my people to sabotage the plant any way they can.
Yeah, please make it stop, whatever. Yeah, nice of them to have a wall safe in a power plant, but okay. Extra money.
We've been spotted.
Okay, get him. We're gonna try to go for the nuke. Did we get it? Yeah!
Nice.
That actually might be the thumbnail. We'll see. So yeah, anytime you shoot the Big Mechs right in the eyeball, they will go off like a nuke. I think this is the dumb scene, but, yeah, this is.
I hear you, Doctor. We've hit the override at Vulcan Station and are moving on.
Like, see, why is blowing up a mech renegade?
Shepard out.
Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I'll enjoy the renegade points, but that's so dumb. Yep, more stuff. So we should finish Project Overlord, and that should be the end of the day. So I think we have enough content, just enough. I mean, we might end it like right before the end of Overlord. I don't know. We'll see. We got like half an hour, and then I'll take a short break, and then we should start the next stream right after.
Commander, that was a daring piece of work. Vulcan Station was a success. You still need to go to Prometheus Station and override the lockdown from there. Good luck.
Yeah, Prometheus is the one with the boss fight.
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view.
Yeah, thank you. You told me the first time.
May wish to take note.
No, VI, we do not. It's for the VI would address us as organic life forms. It's not an AI. So we have some gun turrets that might cause problems regarding the data packets. This time we actually did kill both turrets. The other time we only killed one and both of them died.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 3 more remain.
Yep. We'll try to get them all before we go off to Prometheus Station, so that way we go right to Atlas Station as soon as we finish it.
Threat detection. Enemy units nearby.
Not even in the line of fire, we're taking the Aurora alert. There's the data right there.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 2
Yep.
more remain.
They're pretty easy to find. As long as you don't get, other than that one that we pointed out in the beginning, they're all pretty easy to find. It's only trouble really the turrets. Yeah, there's another data packet.
Another Cerberus data packet has
And
been
then this is
recovered.
Atlas Station. So is it just like a visual representation of the locks? There are literal physical locks. and we'll have to get the other physical lock. What I don't get is why we don't just blast our way open. I seriously can't believe the Hammerhead couldn't blast it open after a barrage. Like, fine, like, say it's an unreasonable amount of time, but we're not on the clock. Like, if we had a certain amount of time to complete this mission, then fine. But that's not the case.
Hostile activity detected.
Yeah, two turrets as usual. And of course, if you're not in range to get shot at, they hide. Even though, if you stay in range, you die for sure. Use things like tissue paper. Yeah, see, look at that. I'm gonna die. Sit here and wait, because this is how they designed it. They want you to run away and shoot, and it'll last like a few seconds. Which is more realistic, it's pretty anti-video game, so, like, whatever. Like, realism's nice and all, but, like, at the end of the day, your video game has to be fun. Yep. Let me go to the wiki station. Oh, we were getting stuck on the edge. Amazing. No trophy for it in this version, but if you're playing the old PS3, Xbox 360 version, there should be one. I don't know if PC had one. I guess it depends on where you got it on PC. There might be one on Steam, but I don't know if EA Play or Origin or whatever it's called now. Wait, which way is it? This way. No, it's this way. Gets us through this canyon. Okay. Okay, so no. The DLC costumes are still intact. Okay. We're not going to switch Miranda. Not with that one. I like her loyalty outfit the most. Her DLC one kind of sucks. People are like, oh, it's because she shows her butt in the default outfit. Yeah, but I said it for the loyalty one. The loyalty one doesn't do that. At least not really. Not comparatively to her default. Like, I use Jack's DLC outfit till we get her loyalty one. And her default shows more skin.
Full of dormant machines used in our experiment. Our people there have gone silent. It's likely the VI has activated the defense
Scanning area. Analysis. Generators are providing power for main shield. Warning, the VI infection has assumed control of the Geth cannon.
Assume control. Which we haven't actually encountered in the main story.
We are being targeted.
Flip the shield for us. Jesus. Yep. That was amazing. Amazing. I'm not going to count that as a death. I don't care. That's not a death. That's bad programming. It instantly fired a second time. That's a bug, 100%.
Commander Shepard, Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth scanning area.
Yeah, blah 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 blah.
Generators are providing power for main shield. Warning, the VI infection has assumed control of the Geth cannon.
Yeah, you know, they gotta make fun of the main story. I think they changed how the comm targets you. And see, it's not instantly firing again now. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they changed it. It didn't used to fire so quickly. Yeah, okay.
Warning, Geth cannon is locking on our location.
How are we damaged? You guys see? We're damaged! What the hell? That's the fuck! Wait, what killed us? Oh my god. Like the ship's randomly taking damage from nothing. I'm just sitting there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I blew up before the cannon even fired. The Legendary Edition's so bad. Like, for real. They added more glitches. It's an inferior version. The only advantage is on modern consoles. And is it really worth it just to have a crappier version? Like, good god. I really feel like embarrassed and sad for anyone who bought the goddamn Legendary Edition. Like, for real, how do you live with yourself knowing you wasted like $60? See, I'm taking damage. How am I on woo woo when I didn't do anything? I didn't get. There's nothing shooting at me. There's treasure there that I don't think I've ever found before, so that's cool. The park cat's actually helpful. Yeah, it used to shoot much slower. I don't know why they set up the Geth cannon. I guess they thought, oh, let's make it more challenging because it's boring. Like, I guess. Okay, so there's the park pass. So yeah, I don't know if they added this in or I just never found it before, but this looks new to me. I could have sworn there was no scanning over here. That's only a bit of platinum, so who really cares, but I'm pretty sure that's new. I guess I should look around just to be safe. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to go off like a ledge and then, oh, okay. Okay, so there's an invisible wall there. But for real, my ship just exploded last attempt. Like, wow. Like, I mean, I'm kind of glad we're encountering these bitches, because then it's like, oh, I got it on camera. Look how bad this is. Like, I don't make this stuff up. I mean, it's just like that one glitch.
No more contacts.
Hey, what? What are you guys talking about? There's nothing out here. Literally just this treasure and off into the facility. Oh, Jesus.
Attention visitors. This Cerberus facility contains hazardous AI technology. You agree to assume all liability for personal injuries or death that may occur during your visit. Thank you.
Hey, you guys want to work on a Geth ship where you can die at any time? I wonder if we'll have to fight this Geth Prime as soon as we do what we have to do here.
Hanging around all these dormant machines is creepy. It's like Geth staring at us from the shadows. Oh, I'd rather work at Vulcan Station.
Yeah, the volcano is way more preferable to a bunch of dormant Geth waiting to kill you the second they come online. Yeah, please make it stop. Yeah, shut up. Is the way towards the objective. Do we have a second door? Not one that would open. Yeah, please make it stop, I know. More money.
Flanagan just ran a simulation. If these Geth ever wake up, there's a 98% chance we'll be dead within 2 minutes. I'm starting to hate Flanagan.
Yeah, I wanted to let you know how easily you could all die. 98% chance, so there's a 2% chance you guys will live longer than 2 minutes. I wonder what the 2% is accounting for. Some more money. Yeah, I guess we can save here. We might want to, because I assume we'll go over. I think we could save right before we activate the station, so that'll probably be our stopping point.
Halloween was yesterday. Flanagan ran around wearing spare Geth parts. Spooked the shit out of everyone. I definitely hate him.
He sounds like the life of the party, actually. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys would be able to tell he's a human just with Geth parts on top of him. Geth are pretty sleek. They wouldn't be, they're not big enough to fit a human in. Like, you wouldn't be able to fit a human skull in those Geth flashlight head faces they have. Head faces, whatever. Tell me where it is. Did we just come from this way? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just came from that way.
Everything's off-wire. Archer declared a lockdown, but our station's already infected. What does the VI want? It keeps screaming at us. Nobody understands.
It just says, please make it stop. It's not that hard to tell. Although, I don't think the VI gets that we can't make it stop when we're not even at Atlas Station. I swear they made the music louder. I mean, it's always creepy just going through the dead Geth ship, but
the VI's closing some passages and leaving others open. It's like it's hurting us. At least the Geth are still dormant.
Yeah, please make it stop. I got it. It's not subtle. It's not funny. It's not interesting.
To all Cerberus personnel, in an effort to reduce workplace stress, music has been approved for station-wide broadcast.
Okay, so we got ourselves a little puzzle. We have to move the...
Scanning area. Analysis. The objective is located on the far side of this impasse.
So yeah, I think I'm actually... yeah, what the VI was saying. So I think I'm actually going to stop it here. Might as well. We can do the puzzle as soon as I come back. So, we'll do a quick save. Alright, saving... thank you all for watching my video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good things, at all the usual locations, which would be YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Odyssey. If you want to see more than just videos from me, check me out at Locals and Getter, and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.